काम कर रहा था.
I was working and studying, but my parents would visit me just twice every year. Sometimes I feel, what would life be like if I had my mother?
मेरे बाप
My father was a leprosy patient and so was told to leave the village. He then came to Kathmandu and met Marianne Madam. That's when she took him in.
को ले लिया. मैं
I have been with Shanti since my childhood. Shanti is even where my parents met each other. I was born here and I've been here ever since.
नहीं रह रहा हूँ.
My father is no more, but my mother is alive. Where is she? She never tells me her whereabouts. We do speak sometimes, but I don't know where she is.
पहले तो
Back then, my parents took responsibility for us kids. There are 3 of us, one sister, a brother, and myself. My father passed away 6 months after my mother abandoned us. That's when I took on the responsibility of taking care of my brother and grandmother.
When I heard what he went through, I was so very sad. And yet, I was happy that he had the courage not to give up.
जब मैं 16
I took responsibility for myself and my family when I was just 16 years old, so I had to leave my education. There's about a 7-year gap in my education because for those 7 years, I was working to bring up my brother, take care of his education, and my grandmother. She passed away within a year of my father, but my brother was still around.
फिर मैं
I was brought to Shanti at the peak of the COVID pandemic, and I've remained here ever since. From their office in Budh Nilkant to their head office here, all happened during the COVID pandemic.
When COVID made life extremely difficult here, and Ravi didn't find a job, we thought it might be the best that we open a cafe. And it's amazing how he turned out.
I learned to cook a lot of dishes during the pandemic thanks to YouTube. Learned them well. But after that, I learned dishes that I didn't know about earlier. All thanks to YouTube.
यूट्यूब पर देख के अब मुझे
In my free time, I like to do a lot of trekking. It's something I'm really fond of.
बहुत पसंद है मेरे को. जब मैं
When I'm alone, trekking is something I really look forward to doing.
चला जाता हूँ. वहाँ जाके मैं फोन से
When I'm on a trek, I turn my phone off, keep it aside, and go on. Sometimes I don't see people on the way, but when I do, I usually complete my hikes with them.
अपना ट्रैकिंग कंप्लीट करता हूँ उधर. मैं पहाड़ और जंगल
Amid mountains and jungles, I think a lot about ways of getting ahead in life. I've gotten so far, but what lies ahead? I'm especially concerned about my brother. It bothers me to think that I'll be far away, he'll be here, and I wouldn't be able to know what he's up to. How would I be able to support him then?
तो नहीं पता.
He is now the one who will ask the volunteers. His English has improved. He is no longer shy.
बचपन
Since my childhood, look, I'm 26 now, and since I was a child, Shanti's been taking care of all my needs, from my education to everything, and he's still doing it. So now, whatever I do in life here on, Shanti will always be front and center. I can do anything for Shanti.
के लिए वो
The kids at Shanti are all like family to me.
बनकर रहा।
Many of them don't have parents, so many kids treat me like one. It's only natural that I'll continue taking care of him in the same way, even in the future.
Robbie, who didn't have the upbringing by parents who would teach him all this that he has learnt, he has, I think, a natural kindness and a natural warmth. And what I'm so happy about is he is a father to all those little boys. Because boys need a role model. And having Robbie as a role model is, of course, the ideal for us because he's such a good person. We want our children that they always feel we are one family and Shanti is our home. And they can always come back to us so that we can guide them and become part of their family lives. So that I will see their children and be happy about the grandchildren that we have. And this is happening. And there are all these stories of the children who have understood Shanti is not an orphanage. Shanti is a family, and I belong to this family.